Yeah guys, it's early morning. You can see I'm like totally, that's whatever you call it. I need to pack. I need to get this baby and the big one somehow to the train station, which is gonna be fun. Yeah, let's do this. Oh, yeah, I'm on my way now. I forgot my hat. My cap, I mean. My base cap here. But, yeah, still good in time. Because the train leaves at 3:52. And we got now 3:30, so 20 minutes to get there. That should be alright. Now the other thing which really sucks is it just started raining. It's not as bad. Maybe you can see it in the light a little bit, but I don't have any raincoat or umbrella with me, so I'm trying to walk super fast because it's probably going to start raining really drastically or hard in a second, and if I'm wet that's going to look really funny. Anyway, that's that. You know this road, by the way, because this road I went down with a scooter the other day, but this time at night. It looks quite misty. You can see in the back where the red lights are. That's basically London. Alright guys, I'll tune in once I'm at the train station. There's a fox at the very end. It's just running away because he can hear us coming. Just imagine they had wolves here or something. I'd be basically fucked. But that's not the case, hopefully. I still need to get somewhere without being eaten. But the rule of thumb is, if you're bigger than the animal, you're sort of okay. At least in water that's the case. Alright. So you can see here is the train station. And before we actually go inside, just gonna check on the app if the train is on time. Yep, all good. It's gonna be platform 2. So here is the check-in. And the last thing you have to do when you're on here, obviously you guys know that if you travel, make sure that on the screen it says that that's the train. Because what they like doing here, and this is, I missed the train once, so I was over there, sitting there, having a little read, because on platform 1 was supposedly my train, so I'm like reading, and then like 2 minutes before the train comes I was like, okay, let's go outside. And then the train stops on platform 3. Yeah, long story short, I basically get out there, run all the way up, all the way over, run down. The guy in the train, so the guy who runs the train sees me, but I didn't want to get in the first door because that was first class, so I run to the next door, and then at that point he already shut the door and was driving off, and I'm like, you motherfucker, right? And then the thing is, as you can see here, it says 3:52. The next one is at 4:22, so half an hour later, but the one I was taking was an hour later. So I was basically sitting there for freaking an hour and twiddling my thumbs like this. Thumbs. Alright, that's that. We made it. Yeah, so we managed to drop off the bag. Now we have to go to oh god, we can go through the priority lane. Oh my god, this is so busy. Holy shit. So we finally made it, and it's 10 past 5. I actually don't know when my flight is gonna be. shown, which is a bit of a bummer. Because normally I have time to chill out a bit, but this is really stressful. I hate it running around. And honestly, people are so rude. Unbelievable. I just don't know what to say. Gate info will be at 5:30, so I've got 20 minutes time. What I'm going to try to do is quickly go to the Aspire Lounge and get a coffee. That's the plan. But honestly, I'm going to take the next time the earlier train. I don't mind sitting around here, but this is like a freaking shit headache. Like I said, you know, it's probably just me, but I hate crowds. I don't like being under people, with so many people. I like people, don't get me wrong, but not as many as here. Now, you're gonna see a difference now between here and actually going into a lounge like this. Oh, already so much better. You know, I'd rather pay to be in here in this environment. But you're gonna see, it's really nice. Let me just get the card out. Oh. Gonna grab some eggs, I guess. Probably just gonna sit over here. Yeah, so got some eggs, beans. If you ever come to the lounge, now you know the password as well. Yeah, I'm a bit more relaxed now. You know, it's this thing of, if you travel all the time, it really comes down to when people say, well, why do you pay extra for, let's say, going here, or going to Speedboat and stuff like that? It has to do with convenience. That's the real issue for me. It's not about, you know, some people, they pride themselves, oh, you know, I'm first class and whatever. I don't freaking care about that. What I care about is convenience. I just want to get into the airport, have my quiet time, and if I need to work, I need to work, and stuff like that. So that's what people pay for, I guess. And it makes life just so much easier. For me, it's just for convenience. That's really it. This ain't the best food, actually. It doesn't really taste that nice, but I'm quite hungry, so. Has eggs, but you know, to be honest, I'm not really sure if this is actually eggs. Some sort of other mixture, but the flight is coming soon, so I need to head out over there. While I was watching my own video, my phone came out. It broke. I need to order a new one. I don't know. Phone cases at the moment are, I'm ordering like every week. I'm ordering like a phone case. I don't know what's going on. Airport is a right shit hole. I mean, honestly, look at it. It's just a piece of shit. But anyway, it's the quickest from my house, so we have to keep up with it. What was my gate again? 27. The first one. Funny, this flight attendant, the guy who did the boarding, he was really funny. I actually didn't film it, but he was like trying to basketball some receipt into the whatever. Anyway, didn't get it, but it was like, I don't know, where are we going? Are we right? Ah, fuck. See? There you go. I have to wait anyway. But we are here first spot. I have to jump in the bus in a second. But look at this. It's freaking raining outside. Damn it. Gonna use this phone sometimes to record stuff. And I hope this actually works because I've got all my camera gear in the backpack and my phone always on me, so if we can use this in the YouTube video, it would be awesome. I'm just gonna record it and hopefully you're gonna see it, right? Yeah, we'll figure it out somehow. I love when this happens, when your luggage is the first one on the belt. It means I can leave early. Yay! No one is here to pick me up. I'm gonna cry in a second. Alright, pulled back home. Nikki's preparing, I was about to say dinner, breakfast of course. And then I need to drink a cappuccino today. There's no excuses, right? The nice thing this whole thing does by itself, as you probably know, so it's called a coffee machine, right? And the best thing is, it's sunny outside because it was so freaking raining in the morning. But yeah, now I feel better. And I just realized there's nothing we have to do today, so it's a free day, except I need to train somehow. We'll see how we do that. Heating up. And let's go! Let's start training. Alright, my friends, back in Germany in the house. Yeah, we had some stuff to do, so we went out. I'm driving backwards and filming, which is quite a task. But yeah, heading to the gym now, getting my upper body session in, so overhead pressing, shoulder press, everything shoulder related, and biceps, because as I told you guys, and you know, that's my weak point. The freaking door is not opening. The magic door, open now. Open. You have to hit this thing. Oh, see? You just hit it and then it opens. So, door garage is opening. Yeah, quickly going to do some workout. And you're gonna see me there. Now, let me think of a question. Like I told you guys, we were talking about questions and I'm gonna be answering those. I often get asked, well, you know, is the training actually effective if I don't have any DOMS? DOMS means delayed onset muscle soreness. So it's this thing of when you go home and you feel your muscles are aching. And a lot of people have this conception of, well, if I go home, if I had a really hard workout and I don't feel my muscle aching, do I actually progress in my workout? And the answer is clearly yes. So you don't have to, every time you go to the gym, feel DOMS or feel this muscle soreness when you go home. What happens, and this is really interesting, someone else says, well, isn't it a sign of being like an athlete? An athlete would never feel any DOMS, right? Because he's very well trained. And that's also wrong, because DOMS mostly set in if you had a long break, for example, or you had a muscle group that you haven't trained for a while, then that muscle group does get sore. And then also it is dependent on your recovery. So for example, there's some people, if you eat the right stuff and you know, well, they're fast and slow metabolizers in terms of lactic acid, so some people cope with lactic acid much better than others, and depending on that you might recover faster. And that's why also this needs to be tested, because if you do recover very slow, then you get into this range of maybe overtraining, and overtraining is going to be really bad, because once you overtrained, then you've got a really hard time getting back into it and injury is prone to happen. So long story short, the answer is DOMS is not an indicator of actually making progress in the gym. Yes, it is an indicator of, well, you worked out and so on and so forth, but it's not a necessity of you knowing, well, I actually make progress in the gym. All right, so that's a little question for today. If you have any other questions you think might be interesting, please let me know and I'll answer them in my vlogs as always. Now, just need to make sure that I don't do an accident while driving and talking, but should be fine. Here, enjoy the ride. Yeah, and we're basically selling this car. So this Audi is going on auction and we're getting a nice big van, like a Mercedes. And it should be here within 1 week's time. But once it arrives, I'll give you a little tour of the new car. Like MTV Cribs for cars or something like that. Yeah, so I actually went to a shop and I got something to drink. which you guys already know because I was here before. And here's the gym called Fit whatever, something Fit. And I got this coffee, which is just a coconut coffee and vegan. So it's cold brew, it's just coffee and coconut water. That's all in here. I'm gonna have that as my pre-workout drink because coffee is really good in the sense of giving you caffeine, and caffeine is good because it focuses you. It's sort of, you know, when you're tired and stuff like that. When you talk about boosters, like workout boosters, all they really do is they're pumped with sugar most of the time and caffeine. That's really it. So instead of taking a booster where you don't know what else is in there, just grab one of those. That's sufficient. Or the best thing actually is like a double espresso or something. Just go to a coffee bar. That's what I normally do. But as we're here in Germany, there is no coffee bar. I'm just gonna work this down, throw it away, and then we'll hit the freaking gym. For the 22. Alright guys, I'm home now and I'm basically uploading everything, and I hope you enjoyed the footage. Let me know if you've got any ideas of what you want me to talk about. Like I said before, if you've got any questions, leave a comment in the comment box below. I'm trying to be as creative as possible, and yeah, tomorrow I'm actually going to be training, I think 100 football players, like a little warm-up routine for 15 minutes. I hope that's going to be a lot of fun, and we're going to film that as well. So stay tuned for tomorrow. I'll see you guys tomorrow.